Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. It is SJ and Littleface Brewing here in the brewery with a almost, not exactly, but almost a Charlie Brown Christmas tree over there. Now, if you look closely, you will see that there are lights on the bottom of that little tree, but there's none on the top. But there are some on the top. Problem is, they stopped working as soon as they were put on. And I don't feel like tearing them apart. I don't want to. So, happy pre-Christmas. It is Wednesday. I am filming this live right here for everybody to see. And I am enjoying the Talus, Super Talus. Been playing around on the computer a little bit here today. I turned the ceiling fan off because it's toasty out here, but if I have that ceiling fan on, it blows the cold air out. None of that matters. None of that matters. We got the sofa right here. I'm going to go ahead and just sit myself down on the sofa. That way you can see the brewing stuff behind me, and we can chat a bit, shall we? We can chat a bit while I drink this, and I'll probably get another one. And all this is probably nothing at all, but hey, why not? It's December. It's Homebrew Wednesday. I've got a hat on. I am growing my Santa beard. I think it's coming in quite well. I am drinking a homebrew. Still don't have a spot open for the new beers. The Payback West Coast IPA. And the actually there's a porter. A whiskey porter. Like the way that sounds. So let's talk about that. There's no script. I just hit play and we rock and roll. That's how we roll here, Little Face Brewing and SJ. Y'all know that by now. If I have a script, I'm screwing it up royally. But I don't. So we're not. You saw the coldness outside. It's nice here in the brewery. No lie. Anyways, I digress. Good Lord. So here is what I have done. So in the small fermenter that you see right here, boom, that guy, the SS Brew Tech brew bucket. Side note, not really a huge fan of that fermenter. I mean, it's okay. It's basically like using a bucket. It is a bucket. It just has a cone bottom, which is nice. So the schmegma gathers down there, but it's still a bucket. I like this guy right here, the Blickman, and I need to get another fermenter. I need to get a conical that has a bottom. Anyways. Squirrel. Anyways. Back on topic. The porter. So I tasted the porter. I kegged everything up. I tasted the porter. It's okay. Nothing right home to mom about. I'm very surprised. I did have one spiral. It's a French oak spiral that was in a bourbon barrel for a couple months. Not a crazy amount of time, but it was in there for a couple months. And I put the spiral in the fermenter. And it's probably a 10-inch spiral. And it was still soaking wet and had great aroma and stuff to it. However, it didn't really travel into the flavor profile. Now, I had it in that fermenter for a little while. So I was surprised with that. So what I did was, I took the other spirals that were in that bag, and I snapped them in half and I kerplunked them down into that keg, and I kegged right on top of them. So we shall see how that turns out. I really do want that flavor profile to come through. That would not be a bad. I mean, I might have. I don't know. The whiskey that they were in is very good. So I want more of that to come into that particular beer. Right now, it's a very sweet porter. Didn't finish out very high. It's only like 4.4%. For whatever reason, it finished out like only like 10.30, which was surprising to me. I was very surprised by that. So that's an experiment, and we'll be tasting that whenever I get a spot open on the Keezer. Not that Keezer. This one right here. That one. That one. That guy right there. Right there. So I'm thinking about trying to dress the top of that Keezer up a little bit. That's that collar is stolen off of a freezer from back in PA. These are not the freezers that is not the collar that belongs on that freezer. I mean, it is now. I retrofitted it to fit here, and stuff, because it was not. Did I retrofit that here, or did I do that before we left? I want to say I did that before we left. There's 3. Yeah, that was the one that was out in the breezeway, or out in the brewery, and this is the one that was up in the garage. Correct. Because, that is correct. Because the freezer that was in the bar is actually our freezer in the basement here. None of you care about this at all. I'm just talking. So there is that. I'm thinking about trying to put a brew day together this weekend. And I should get a Belgian going. And I need to get a stout, just to get a regular old stout. Nothing crazy, although y'all know me. I tend to go overboard. So I'm going to sit here and say nothing crazy, and then I'm going to do a crazy fucking stout. So, but I need a stout. You know why? Because I have been craving stouts lately. And I live in Kentucky, the world of bourbon. And there's no stouts. I can't go and get a 4-pack or a 6-pack. Closest thing I got was a hazelnut brown ale by Country Boy. It's good. It's not a stout. And Guinness, yeah, good. Love Guinness, but it has its place, and its place is not always in my belly. But I need to brew a stout. So I need to brew a stout. I need to do another 2 dogs, because 2 dogs is about done, and or a Kentucky Common. Don't know which one. But I do have 2 fermenters, and if I do a stout, it'll be a single, and if I do a Kentucky Common or 2 dogs, it'll be a double. So y'all know how that works. Would like to get a Belgian going, and MM likes Belgians, and she likes brewing Belgians, and she's really good at brewing Belgians. So we may give her the license to the brewery that day. Who knows? Whatever. Anywho's, I have taken enough of your time. It has been nice sitting here talking to y'all. Me with my festive hat on and my Santa beard. Looking pretty good. Sitting on my couch in Little Face Brewing on this December Wednesday. There you go. That's an update. Pretty much a ramble. This is SJ Port, Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks, and brew beer. Why do we brew beer? Because it tastes really good, it's fun, and it puts us together. And I could do a whole, matter of fact, I should just do a whole video on that. Why do we brew beer? That's actually a really good idea. Cheers.